Hello and welcome to Caroline's Library, where we dive into the world of manga, anime, and more. Today we are talking about a manga series that's full of personal growth, determination, and discovering your purpose. This manga is Blue Period. So let's jump right into the review with a quick rundown of Volume 1. Yatora is a high schooler who lives a pretty standard, unremarkable life. He does well in school, has some good friends, and plans on following the career path that his parents have set out for him. As for what path that is, well, because of his dad's failed business venture and his mom's preference to play it safe with a focus on financial security, Yatora has willingly gone along with a very practical path for his future. That is, until he has a sliding doors moment and, to his absolute shock, discovers his growing love of art. And when he realizes that he can't continue to deny his newfound passion, that uninspiring, cookie-cutter life quickly diverts as he starts down a new path full of emotional struggle, personal growth, and self-discovery. So with that, let's dive into the pros and cons of this story. Starting almost immediately in Volume 1, you can connect with the story in Blue Period. It is instantly relatable. Especially if you're a person who has a passion but picked the more pragmatic path, this series will likely resonate with you, because Yatora wrestles with a truly difficult dilemma. Should he be practical, or take a leap of faith and pursue his passion? And this story highlights extremely realistic and expected hesitations as he works through his options, like, what will his parents think? Will he even make it into an art school because they're insanely competitive? Could he make a living as an artist? Will he be talented enough to be successful? Should he just do the practical thing and follow his mom's advice? Is it careless to pursue his passion as his career goal? Is he cowardly or weak-willed if he keeps art as a hobby while pursuing a safer career path? You get to experience all of these questions and fears alongside the MC, and his emotional struggle is beautifully portrayed as he starts to question foundational parts of his life. And because he's in high school and needs to make serious decisions about his future sooner rather than later, it puts an anxiety-inducing time limit on him. But he is brand new to art. Yatora isn't some sort of art prodigy. His skill level starts from the ground up, and he has to work hard for every bit of progress, especially if he is going to take that leap of faith to pursue his passion. Luckily, Yatora has a couple fantastic mentors and friends that help him as he confronts his life choices and develops his artistic ability. Especially with the mentors, their impact and lessons help to realistically pace his progression and understanding of art, as well as to help him develop as a person. He starts to learn how to think outside of the box, how to be creative and draw to his imagination, and especially how to get out of his own way. And this is another example of where Blue Period thrives, because the lessons he learns through art impact every part of his life, and he is becoming more and more of a truly well-developed character with each volume. So, Blue Period offers a relatable story with fantastic life lessons that is beautifully portrayed. All things considered, because of the core themes of perseverance, having faith in yourself, and discovering your purpose through passion versus practicality, I think everyone could benefit from reading this series, but of course there are some negatives with this manga. First up, there are quite a few technical art lessons throughout the series that are useful to emphasize just how hard it is to master this craft. It's like Blue Period is trying to teach you, as well as the MC, how to understand art. But they can get tedious and a bit long-winded, so I understand their purpose, and I'm glad that it helps to show Yatora's progress, but I definitely started skimming these parts. Second, one support character in particular has some scenes that felt poorly placed, like they were sort of forced into the story at odd times. We are so heavily focused on Yatora's art journey, going to art class, only thinking about art, and then suddenly there's this support character reveal that takes us completely out of that headspace. It sort of felt like this character's moments didn't fit into the story or match the mood. And I think that's mostly on the author for not incorporating their story very well. Almost like the mangaka expected this character to serve as more of an MC that didn't pan out as planned. And lastly, this one is more of a personal preference than a complaint, but this story is almost solely focused on Yatora's journey. And that's not a bad thing. But personally, I do wish that some of the support characters had gotten a bit more attention where we could have learned more about them and their backstories, especially Mori. Instead, the support character's primary purpose is in how they help Yatora in his growth as the MC. So, overall, Blue Period is a very good manga series with an emotional and inspirational story. It feels real because of the struggle, the self-doubt, and the frustration that our MC experiences. But with the help of his friends and mentors, along with his perseverance, passion, and hard work, he keeps moving forward. And that makes this series worth reading, especially through Volume 6. I will say that the story evolves starting in Volume 7 when the MC's college life starts, but it's still a good story of personal growth and self-reflection. But if you've read this manga, let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for popping on to watch this review. Until next time, happy reading!